The Gauteng Health Department has made an impassioned plea to men to take responsibility for their sexual health. This after over 65,000 men in the province were treated for male urethritis syndrome between April and December last year. The department's Nicola Lichman says risky sexual behavior increases the rate of sexually transmitted and HIV infections. To look at people's attitude towards HIV and STIs, we are now joined via Zoom by Dr. Gauteng, who is the Deputy President of the South African Medical Association Trade Union. Doctor, welcome to Pitso on SABC Lehae this morning. Dr. Gauteng, are you able to hear me?
I can hear you, but you sound very faint, almost as if your mic is not clear or it's burst.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, 100%.
All right, let's talk about the rise of HIV and STIs in the province. How does this make your job as doctors difficult?
Good morning to you as well as all the listeners at home. I'd like to start off by saying a happy Valentine's Day, as well as a happy Heart Disease Awareness Month. For us as doctors on the ground, over the years, many strides have been made through many efforts from different organizations as well as us in the healthcare sector in decreasing the stigma of HIV. However, we still find ourselves running into many issues or challenges on the ground when it comes to adherence of those on treatment, as well as dealing with particular family dynamics and social barriers that many patients find themselves dealing with. Disclosure to children who have been born with HIV is also one of our challenges. Health-seeking behaviors in our communities, particularly also strong traditional beliefs that are also incorporated into HIV treatment and adherence, and also generally presenting when you're already very at a later stage, which is something which could prevent many things. And also partner testing is also one of the challenges we find, just to name a few.
And, we've heard that the Gauteng Department of Health wants more men to take a responsibility for their health. Are you saying that men don't test as often as women in terms of, testing for STIs?
Well, when we look at our current statistics, it does show that definitely the health-seeking behaviors of men and women are very different. And in our society, we find that most of the statistics we have of those that have tested for HIV are more women. There could be different things affecting that, but at the end of the day, we're finding that men are definitely lagging behind when it comes to testing. Some of the things are that a lot of women find themselves at health institutions at more points of care, particularly maybe for antenatal care that has to do with pregnancy, also as they are more likely to be caregivers in our societies. They're the ones that normally take children and other relatives to health facilities and therefore normally come a lot earlier and not at a later stage of HIV. So definitely our statistics and what we see on the ground is definitely that less males or less men have tested in comparison to women in our society.
Doctor, we often hear of different STIs that include gonorrhea, syphilis, but then this one, male urethritis syndrome. What is it about? Kindly explain it to us. What is it?
Male urethritis syndrome is basically an umbrella term for many things you may find which can be secondary to a urinary tract infection, or also due to a sexually transmitted infection, which affects your urethra. So that is where you pass urine from. So symptoms may range from abnormal urination when you see the color of your urine, bloods in the urine, as well as you may find pain or itchiness or discomfort when it comes to urination in particular, which is associated with STIs. So it's important for everyone to know the HIV status. And if at any point you're seeing any discomfort or pain, to get tested for any STIs. But also most importantly, for those that are in high-risk groups, such as those that are in the sex work industry or those that find themselves in other risky behaviors or high-risk groups. It's important to screen yourselves for STI more often. And if your partner does find yourself positive for an STI, it's also then important to ensure that your partner is also tested, because if your partner is not treated for the particular STI, it then increases the chance of reinfection for someone who may have already been infected with an STI or not.
And also, there's an article that shows that the department has noticed a peak of STI infections and in the province, and the specific areas that are mentioned are Alexandra, Sandton, Braamfontein and Hillbrow. And as the article goes on to explain, it does say these areas, most of them, you find that they are surrounded by tertiary institutions. Is this because the areas are highly populated that where we're facing an increase in STIs infections?
The exact cause we don't know, but definitely the postulations that you're making are very true. Number one, where there's a higher density of population, you will have most likely, when we look at our statistics, a higher number of those that may be affected and infected. And also, when you see particular tertiary institutions, as I said, there's different stagings of different diseases. So those that are finding themselves at a higher, more ill, or most likely to seek treatment because you're feeling unwell. You're more likely to find yourself at an institution that is of a higher level. Perhaps the clinic will more likely send you to a tertiary institution. And also those areas that are more highly densely populated also find themselves being more likely to have better access to healthcare services due to their population.
All right.
That's normally where health facilities are placed.
And in closing, so you did mention in the beginning that the department has been making strides to ensure that people get tested, people take care of themselves and not indulge in unhealthy sexual behaviors. But at the moment, as the department, is there any intervention you're doing to these densely populated areas where you are making awareness campaigns to educate people, to encourage them to have that habit of testing and also taking care of themselves?
For us as a trade union, we are involved in health promotion where we are able to, and our healthcare workers on the ground are involved in that. I do know that government is involved with particular NGOs and organizations that do delve into that. But as for the extent, I cannot speak completely on it in terms of how much and how many more strides that government is doing. But what I'd like to say is that prevention is better than cure. But if you do find yourself in a position where you do have an STI or HIV, it is important to seek treatment in order to ensure that you have a healthy life and also a life expectancy that is the same as another. It's not a death sentence. So please do ensure that. And if your partner is positive, it is important for your partner to adhere to treatment.
All right, we seem to have lost Dr. Nkateko there, who is the Deputy President of the South African Medical Association or Trade Union, where she was talking about the risks and dangers of unhealthy sexual behaviors, especially now because it's Valentine's Day. We want to have fun. People want to have, a good time, but it's always important to look after yourself. Valentine's Day is a day that is traditionally associated with love and romance, but it also has a deeper spiritual meaning. By reflecting on the love that you have in your life, giving love to others, and connecting with the divine, you can celebrate Valentine's Day in a way that is both meaningful and enjoyable. Valentine's Day is still a tradition today and is still celebrated even now in the 21st century in many countries and different societies. This morning, we are joined by a powerful, cute social media couple, and that is Matebo Mburaheni as well as Uachira Nunga. Matebo being the lady and Uachira being the gentleman. Lady and gentleman, welcome to Pitso this morning and happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much.
Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you so much. At least somebody said something to me today because, okay, let me not continue. Okay, everybody has a love story. I mean, has a story. Every couple has a story. Perhaps you can just start by telling us your story. What is your story? Where did you guys meet? And who made the first move?
Well, we met at church,
And
Hallelujah.
he made the first move. It was not love at first sight.
Okay.
Definitely not.
You know, but then over the years we got to know each other, and yeah,
Oh, and now we're here.
now we're here.
All right, so I'm going to go to the gentleman, Chira.
Yes.
What do you love about Mateo?
I love so many things. She's a woman. She's a woman. I love the way she, loves me, respects me, and I don't know, she just ticks all those right boxes. She's a woman and a half.
All right, before we come to Mateo to tell us what you love about him, let's just go to our videos where we will see what you guys do on social media.
All right.
Yo, babe, can I have pizza?
Yeah, sure, babe. You can have it.
Why do you look upset, though?
I'm not upset.
You look very upset.
Why would I be upset? I'm not upset, babe.
This is not usually how you look, though.
Babe, this is me every day. What do you mean I'm upset? I'm not upset.
Are you mad because I took it?
Baby, I'm not mad. It's just pizza.
I just took one, though.
Babe, I'm not upset. Why would I be? Babe, it's just pizza.
Why are you crying over it? Should I put it back?
Babe, I'm not upset.
Babe, you should see your face right now. Why are you crying over it?
I'm not crying. This is me every day. You can have the pizza. If you don't mind, you can just put it down, though.
Nah, I'm gonna put it back. You look very upset, though.
Okay, I must say, I think it's quite evident that you probably don't like the fact that he pranks you, but what do you love about your boyfriend?
He's very patient. I mean, he's not always serious. You know how sometimes in relationships you can just get all serious. He's a fun person. He's always coming up with something. I mean, although the pranks are a bit much, but when you look back at it, you just laugh, and it's just so funny. So it's always fun spending time with him. So that I really appreciate and love about him.
And you guys are on social media, and people love you so much. They follow you, but I believe it also comes with challenges because you're on the limelight. Where do you draw your strength from to still be together? Because people are going to say whatever they want to say because it's social media, it's out there in public. But how do you keep yourself grounded?
Oh, well, I mean, we're doing something that we love. I guess we just found this sooner that we actually love doing content, and then, when you do something that you love, it doesn't matter what other people say. It's just like we're doing what we love. People are always going to be saying something. It doesn't matter what you do. You do the right thing, people are going to say something. You do something wrong, obviously, people are going to say something. So it's just, you just have to keep it to yourself, know that you're doing this for you, and the rest will follow.
And when you speak about doing something that you love, what I've noticed with it between the two of you is that you love music. Yeah. Let's talk about the role of music, the love, the fact that you guys share a passion. How did that, assisted in making you guys to be together?
Well, I think it's one of the things that brought us together. I mean, obviously, when we met at church, we were doing a recording. He was playing the keys and I was singing. From there, we'd catch up, just have like music sessions. I mean, that brought us really close because we're both very passionate about it. So music plays a really major role. I mean, I guess it's one thing that kind of like made this relationship start, Yeah. But so yeah, music is a very big part of it.
And when people look at you, we all see you guys always smiling, but you probably fight, right? that is obvious. We all fight. And then who apologizes first in that instant when you guys encounter such? Who's gonna start?
You wanna go ahead, baby?
I think it depends. I think for him it takes time, but eventually apologizes. But I'm the one, sometimes even when I know that I was not the wrong one, just for the sake of peace, I usually apologize first so that we are in one piece. But then at the end of the day, because for him it takes time, but he eventually apologizes if maybe we are in conflict or such.
And how would you describe Mateo's love for you? Would you say it's comforting? Would you say it's warm? How would you describe her love?
It is definitely warm. It's pretty much also comforting. I don't know how to describe it, but it's definitely something that I really know that I needed. Obviously, being a man, I also have a past, and I definitely know what a good relationship is, because I've dated before. And now that I'm here, I know that this for sure is definitely where I want to be, or this is what I want to have. And yeah, she definitely is ticking all the right boxes, hence that's why I'm still here.
And I believe you've also dated before, right? What is so different about this relationship?
I mean, one thing that's different is what we share. Like, we pray together.
Yeah.
We're interested in pretty much similar stuff. It's not all the time where we agree, but still it complements each other. So I feel like it is like just finding someone that you click with in literally any way possible. That's just really out of this world.
All right, now I'm going to try to put you on the spot, the both of you. We're going to play a little game that is very, you know, we see a lot of games on social media wherein it's couple quiz.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask this question, and then whoever you think is the right person, you point at that person.
Okay.
First question, who snores?
Man, it's hard to tell. I sleep first. I think you'd be able to tell.
I would like
You don't know who snores? Well, you do snore sometimes.
yeah, he doesn't snore.
All right,
You do snore
who's
sometimes.
always late?
Baby, you're always late. You're always late. I think, yeah, that's something, it's a battle we've been fighting. I think this year, one of the New Year's resolution is for us to at least be early, you know, but yeah, I think,
You were early here today, so
yeah, we're trying.
You
that's
tried,
correct.
yeah.
That's correct.
We're trying.
And then the third question, who is a crybaby?
Yeah, she's
Oh,
a
yeah.
crybaby. She's very emotional.
But when sick, when you're sick, obviously you're the crybaby.
Yeah,
Yes.
I am. I don't want to lie about that, no cap.
And then who is short-tempered?
I'm short-tempered, yeah.
But what happens when you're short-tempered? Do you like shout? Do you what do you do? Like,
Oh, no, I'm actually very settled about it.
Okay.
I'm not loud.
He actually just, he does the silent treatment.
Yeah.
Last one, who eats a lot?
She eats a lot. She eats a lot.
Because she does the
for
cooking,
sure.
obviously.
Yeah, she
I
eats a
mean-
lot.
All right. So I also wanted to find out, guys. We've seen on social media that you guys won a voucher, a 400,000 voucher for a wedding, I believe.
Yeah.
When is the wedding?
Ooh, are we allowed to disclose that yet?
Come on, come
I
on.
don't think we're allowed to
We
disclose
can maybe
that.
say the month.
Month, yes.
It's somewhere in July.
Somewhere in July.
Yeah.
Am I invited?
Well,
No?
yeah.
Yes.
Now that we're here.
Now that we're here, it would be an honor.
We're honored to have you there.
So I think I'm gonna come. I don't care whether you invite me or not, because I'd love to witness this. Because you guys, I mean, I've watched you from when you still started. You know, this. I just saw young people embracing love, because these days people don't. People are always negative about against. I mean, they think love doesn't exist anymore. But I mean, to see young people that still believe in love, all we can say is that we wish you all the best going forward. But also, maybe from you, what is your message to all the young men who are in relationships?
I mean, love is real. You know, keep on it, and you know, love your person like there's no tomorrow. It's always good to appreciate your person and. You know, just be there for them. You know, women are very sensitive, and we come from women, and we have to appreciate them, and they
Mateo,
carry
in
so
brief?
much more.
For me, I'll say I believe in love, and I know it's there for everyone. There's always hope for love, and just make sure you respect each other, communicate, put in the work. I mean, people, I guess, don't believe in it because of so many trials and so many like things we've seen around the world, but that doesn't mean that love doesn't exist.
There you have it. Make sure you respect each other. That is a message coming from Matebu Mbraheni, who is here with her boyfriend that she loves so much. It's quite evident. His name is Oachira Nunga, talking to us about just love and celebrating love with us. Well,